My camera is really bad. I look like a cartoon. What is going on? That camera is really bad. Sorry guys, I'm having a little bit of trouble with the camera. Can you hear me? And can you see me? Hey, how you going, Jeff? Can you see me okay and hear me okay? Yep, and yep. Excellent. Hey, Caramel Fudge. Penny, how you going? How you going, guys? It's good to see you. Well, good for you to see me. At least you know who you're talking to. And I'll introduce myself. My name's Heather. So Hev is short for Heather. And so that's why you'll find me as Heather on Facebook. I wanted to talk about this coronavirus, guys. I've had heaps of people give me information about 5G and the coronavirus. Like I said last night, I actually live in the middle of a 5-kilometre surrounding area of 5G, and my modem is 5G. And so I'm questioning people who are saying that coronavirus is related to 5G. Megan F just did a video, yep, on coronavirus. I'll have to check that out. Yeah. But yeah, I live in, and it's been on since August last year, and it is active. It is running, and as I said, my modem's 5G. I've also got a weakened immune system because I have an illness. And no one around here has dropped yet, or nothing's, I can't see anything other than, I'll tell you what I do see from 5G, a lot of angry people. People are losing it for silly reasons. So, yeah, I have a list of things I want to talk about tonight about the coronavirus. Is this a problem, reaction, solution type of episode? Is what I'm thinking, because I still think it is what I thought it was before. I think it's a cover for something. I really do. Something else, and not what we're being told. And I don't listen to mainstream news on anything. Well, I do listen to them, but I don't take what they say as the truth, because news is there actually to hide the news. Hi, Dan. The news is there to actually hide the news, not give it to you. So what they're doing is steering you away from what the real news is. So I don't tend to trust them very much at all. Hey, Megan, how you doing? I've been told you did a video, so I've got to check that out. At the media and the government love to keep people in fear. And I know the government here isn't doing much. The government don't seem like they're doing much at all. But I don't know if the news would actually report if they were doing anything good at all, because they don't like the current politicians. So I'm just really, really careful with believing anything that mainstream news puts out, even newspapers. I've been sent a bit of information today, and I just don't trust it. I really don't trust it. I think this is something else, and I understand. Oh, you mirror videos. Okay, yeah. What was I saying? Yeah. I just lost a reading comment. Is it a cover for a stock market crash? Like, they're blaming now the coronavirus for the stocks taking a dive. But even that, I don't think that is what we think it is, because I've listened to enough to know that there's another economy running side by side with this fiat currency we're currently running on that is ready to stand up and take over when this economy fails, because that's what it was designed to do. It was never designed to last, this economy. And actually, coronavirus could be a cover for a lot of reasons. But I don't think it's 5G. Yep, squirrels would distract me. Oh, good on you, Megan. But yeah, no, I really don't think this is 5G. As I said, we've had 5G going, and you can look at the map. There's a world map of active 5G. Okay, if you look up on the internet, and you can see everywhere that 5G is, and you can click on there's little circles. And as you zoom in, like it might say a little circle with a 10 in the middle of it, if you zoom in on that, you will see the actual areas that have the 5G, and you can actually click on the little circle and it'll show you who is running the 5G and if it's active. Now, where I am, it is active, and it has been since August last year. And as I said, we have a 5G modem. And honest to God, I really, unless there's different versions of 5G, maybe they can, well, we know what the army does, so maybe they can weaponise it, and maybe that's not turned on where we are. But unless that's going on, I can't see it being 5G. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe there's something I've heard people say that there's something in the virus that 5G also sets off. The coronavirus, I heard a lot of businesses importing goods from China. Well, that's what I think it's another cover for. And I think it was done for a reason, to get manufacturing back into Western nations, because what this is doing too is showing us what manufacturing in one country only is going to do. Like, so the world government is losing right now, because what this shows you is it shows you what globalism will do. And if there's a problem in one country, it could upset the whole apple cart. So it's actually going against globalism now, showing us what will happen to manufacturing during globalism if anything goes wrong. So, and it's funny that this happened just after Trump made a deal with China, a trade deal. Would the deep state try and bring this forward to as a what do you call it, as a reaction, like as a retaliation? That's what I'm looking for. To China and Trump doing a deal. And I saw a video where the title was, "The coronavirus will eat your face off." And this is just going berserk. Everyone's just, how can I say this? Everyone's jumped on it, and they're just taking it everywhere. And we know the media loves to rule by fear, and yet people are reading mainstream news and believing it, and then the fear is just spreading. And look, even if it is something, we need to don't fear. There could be martial law shutdowns in every country, which we're seeing. Okay, the Italian, Italy has shut down as far as we know. Korea, North Korea, South Korea, Hong Kong, sorry. We've got China. The US is starting to talk a little bit about it. And so now I've noticed that our Prime Minister has also said it's a pandemic now. So I can see that lockdown will be coming to every country. And if that's the case, you still need to be prepared. So I would still stock up on food and water and stuff, but I wouldn't hold any fear. So I'm going to go and look at the comments because I've been rambling. The coronavirus, yep. My work imports business telephones from China. Okay, has that stopped, Dan? Have the imports stopped from China? Caramel fudge. Has anyone come across Yummy Mummy Emporium? Can't remember the rest. She has good stuff on this. No. I have to look at that. I agree with you. It's a distraction. There's a world changeover happening. Exactly. Just haven't worked it all out. It's getting us to accept quarantine for what? Okay. Excuse to bring in martial law? I would agree, but probably not for the reasons that you would think. I'm thinking there's going to be a deep state cleanup. And I think that's what it's all about. Because, hey, Brett baby, how you going? Because, okay, Trump has a plan to drain the swamp, right? Everyone's heard of that, haven't they? Everybody should have heard of drain the swamp. Now, to do that, they can't just start arresting little people here. They have been, but if they do it, they'll panic the deep state, and the deep state, I think, would run if they knew what was going on. So, your boss hasn't said anything to you yet? Population control, Bill Gates. How you going, Jonathan? Yeah, well, it could have been a retaliation against Trump and China for the trade deal, but it's also because Trump's trying to drain the swamp, they're all after him. They don't like him. That's why you've got all the Democrats, and half the Republicans don't like him either. He's trying to clean it all out. He's met with Xi Jinping. I think his name's Xi Jinping. Oh, no, the forced vax. No, that's fake news. From what I'm hearing, the forced vax is, again, scare. So, game over, time to pay the piper. You reckon? Reckon it's game over? I don't know. I'm optimistic. And I have been following what all you guys say to me. I have thought for the last 10, 12 years I've been learning all about it, and 5G and, pandemics and them. I knew they'd been making bugs for many, many years. I know they made HIV. I know they've been experimenting on people for a long time. They gave the syphilis virus to Americans, and mainly the black people, back in the 50s, 40s. They experimented on them to see how long they'd last, and what if they did this to them? What if they did that to them? And it was horrible what I read about that. But yeah, they've done that, and I've studied all that. But since I study other things as well, as I said, I try and look at as much as I can. And with the anti-flu shot, all of a sudden I got flu shot last year and didn't get sick once. Well, I don't know what the go is with the flu shot, but I wouldn't be taking anything. I mean, I get the flu all winter because I smoke. Okay, so I get the flu and it lasts all winter with me, and it's bad. But last year I started taking 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C a day and never got the flu once. So I don't know what the go is, and David Lutz, you fools are toast. Okay. Microbes are single-cell biology. They can be reanimated with frequency. Maybe, and I just don't know. I did get sick several times a year since my son went. Yes, I've got 2 little grandchildren that I look after, and when they go to school or kindergarten or whatever, and they come home, they bring everything they've got there back home with them. And because I've got a compromised immune system, I had to start taking vitamin C. And it was purely by accident that I realised that the more vitamin C I took, well, up to 3 a day, I haven't tried any more than that, but 3 a day will stop you from getting if you start taking them the first time you feel a blocked nose, start to sneeze or cough or whatever, sore throat, start taking 3 vitamin C a day. Jeff Rent says take garlic pills that has allicin C. Oh, I love you too, eccentric mofo. Tuskegee Airman, yes. No flu shot. My friend's nan was paralysed. I believe they're getting rid of the old in the week. Yeah. That's what the vaccinations will do for you. That is population control. That's what you've got to look out for more than the viruses, I think, is the vaccine. Carnage will be unleashed upon the hapless, charred wasteland. Look, yeah, okay. I did come at it from that point of view too. Not the coronavirus, but life. But since listening to other things and reading other things, I don't necessarily believe that's a fear-driven, it's like fear porn. It's a nihilistic way of looking at it's the end, that's over, give up, you might as well give up and go home. To me, that's that type of thinking, and I don't mean to be offensive, I'm not saying you are thinking that way, but vitamin C is excellent, stops the virus from multiplying. Well, it stops the flu as well, so why not in winter if you start the Aussie drama, hi from Cairns, hey, how you going? Just got on stream. Mofo, love you too. Oh, you guys are lovely. But yeah, look, I want to just try and get people to calm down. Like, I've been watching videos and people are hyped up or people are stressing out, and stress is going to get you more than I believe the virus will. If they have a feeling they've driven up chaos intentionally for people to accept the change. And, hi Fred, the numbers affected by coronavirus are being underreported. Yeah, maybe, but I don't know. I really don't. I think it's misinformation. I think the whole thing is just another thing I've heard. Okay, Trump's team or the Q team, whatever you want to call it, put a trap out for the media. They swallowed it. Is that what this is? Could that be what this is? Because apparently they fell for it. Caramel Fudge, Megan F., you're a wealth of information as well as Heather. Thank you. I'm sure Megan F. appreciate that. Feeling they've driven up the chaos. Yep. Okay. The numbers affected by corona. Yep. What about the 5G that's being set up in inner cities in the US? Well, I've got 5G for 5Ks around me and it's running now. My modem is 5G. We've got Chinese living in this suburb. I've got Chinese living across the road from me. And all their Chinese friends drop their kids off there every day for babysitting or something. My grandson's school full of Chinese people. And see, this is what I'm thinking. It's shout out to Megan F. Go Megan. I'm stressed from idiots at work. Yeah. Coronavirus. Hey, I still think hoax just to push back. That's what I think. I really do. I see eccentric mofo. Yeah. I don't like 5G either, but I'm hesitant to start blaming 5G for this, and it could maybe bring out something that like set something off inside. I don't know. Maybe they've got different frequencies they can run it at to do different things. That's what I'm wondering, because we have 5G here. And it's run by, in Australia, Telstra, Optus, and I think Vodafone are coming on soon. Is it Vodafone, I think? But it's all over. It's all over Sydney. It's in, was it Dubbo or somewhere like that? I was looking at the map on the video the other day that I did. So if you do want to have a look at the map, you can look it up yourself. Worldwide 5G at the moment. That's where it's active. It's worldwide. We've all got it. There's no country that doesn't have 5G running right now. So yeah, I'm just hesitant to blame 5G on this unless there is something that they can set it at different frequencies and have different things happen to people. The only thing I've noticed with 5G, as I said before, is angry. People getting angry. And maybe that's just the people. I don't know. I think they're waiting to install it everywhere before they turn it up. Maybe. That's what I'm wondering. Is there different settings on 5G? Can they set it at different points? And the Morgellons diseases. Oh, yeah, I've got to do the video on that, by the way. I've got to do a lot of research on. I've done it all before, like I've looked at it before, but I've got to actually to do a video. I need to do a lot of research and get maybe some videos together to give you little examples of what it is. I'm stocking up on tinned and powdered food. Well, I would anyway, because if we do go into lockdown, I can't see supermarkets being open, or a lot of people are going to give up smoking, including me, maybe involuntarily, but see how that goes. Yes, they can turn it up and down like a radio. Oh, okay. I didn't know that. There you go. Maha, hello, how you going? How are you all? Good, how are you? Okay. So, look, a lot of things I've looked at in the last 12 years have been tobacco seeds on eBay. Oh, yeah, well, that would be good, because I know they add about 4,000 different chemicals to the cigarettes that we smoke now, and I don't believe tobacco in itself is deadly. I think it's the 4,000 extra chemicals they put in the cigarettes. Just like the Doppler radars that manipulate the weather and rain. Oh, yeah, yep, I see what you mean. Yep, it could, yeah. I live in 5G, and since they turned on food problems, but vitamin C helps with that. Okay. Yeah, well, I also have severe stomach problems, so, but, yeah, my whole system just stops working altogether. It's happened for a long time, though, not just since 5G. So, they say one of the first places 5G rolled out was in Wuhan, China. Do you know when that was? Because we've had ours running since August last year, and it is activated. So, you got stomach problems too? Oh no! A lot of people do, you know. And I think half of it is our food. High-dose vitamin C. That's why I was taking 3 1,000 milligram vitamin C's a day, and then happy coincidence, I came across that it stopped the flu. So protect your mitochondria with omega-6 fatty acids. I've heard bad things about omega-6. That it was omega-3 you should be using, not omega-6. I don't know. I don't know that much about those types of things, but fish oil. You should start a Facebook group, Hev. I actually might, under the same name as my YouTube channel, if you like. I should do that, yeah. So, yeah, I've studied things, and things in the last 12 years that I've studied, some of them have turned out to be fear porn, like Ebola and Zika, and actually a lot of viruses that came out were, in the end, nothing to worry about. But I'm not saying this is or this isn't. Wuhan fully turned up 1 month before virus. They had 10,000 small cells, 5G. in a very small area, very concentrated. Oh, that can't be good. We have towers all around us, and we have boxes out. See, our modem's 5G, so it's connected fibre to node, so it's through the NBN. But we've got towers like less than every kilometre around this area. Yeah, most things are fair porn. Most big channels are psyop. That's what I'm wondering, because most truther channels are going off on this like it's like the mainstream media. And I'm thinking, what? How? I get carried away with it all too and led up the garden path. Yeah. Well, see, I have to watch a few things, sit back, or look at a few things and read a few things and sit back and just try and critically think about it and question everything. And even myself, I have to question myself a whole lot. The channel is called Yummy Mummy Emporium and Apothecary. Apothecary. Right, okay. Her vid today may answer a lot of your questions, Heather. Okay. I'll check that out after I finish up here. Naturopaths are really good to see as well. Yes. The only thing the only reason I didn't go to a naturopath was I couldn't afford to. Unless, well, they should have been covered by Medicare. But then again, look, I'm starting to think Medicare is not such a good thing for any country. I don't know. Because what it does is takes people's taxes go up because of Medicare. My tip is to buy high-calorie protein powder. One serving provides 600 calories and 50 grams of protein. You can get 5 kilograms for $25. Or you can make beef bone broth. That has amazing healing qualities. Actually, I have stopped taking it for the last month or two, and I got really, really sick. But when I do drink that, the beef bone broth, it is unbelievable how much it helps with stomach issues. I'd say it's because of everything it has in it, because you're boiling the bones and you're getting everything out of it. Like the reason dogs chew on bones is because of marrow. There's also collagen. It's the highest concentrated collagen you can get. So, yeah. But look, if you're a vegan, then it's different. You won't want beef bone broth. So I'm just going to have a drink of my cup. And don't mind, the bottom fell off my cup, the handle fell off my cup, and I'm still using it because, funniest thing this, I have a little oil burner that my cup sits perfectly on top and keeps my cup on hot. How's that? And don't smack your teeth with your cup. Hey, Dag the Wog, how you doing? My ex lived within 1K from Country Tower. He started to have grand mal seizures. Oh, no. Here in Algeria, just 3G. Oh, to go back to 3G. Actually, analog was better than what we have today. I think even the old rabbit's ears TVs are better than these digital squares that you get in the box. And have you seen, I got a photo of the TV once because the ABC reporter, it looked like he had slits for eyes and really sharp, jaggedy teeth. And I put it on Facebook and I said, this is what digital TV does. It makes people think that these people are aliens. Because that's what he looked like. It looked so weird. Oh, he could have been, look, I don't know. I don't believe in aliens. I believe they're something else. See, I believe everything we've been told is wrong. Everything. From school to the TV to movies, they want you to think a certain way. That's what I think. It's all been social programming. No corona here. Oh, that's good. And yes, analog. Yeah, analog was better. And funnily enough, we had analog mobile phones in the 90s, and it didn't drop out as much as it does now. Maybe it's because they put the internet on top of the mobile phones, so you got little mini computers. I don't know. One second, I'm going to cough. I've got coronavirus. Oh, no. No, sorry. Just joking. I smoke, so I've got a smoker's cough. But God help me if they mistook me for having a virus. Anyway, yes, everything. Yep. Jonathan, with the coronavirus going, why would Turkey open the floodgates for the Syrians to enter Europe? Turkey's part. I think Turkey was part of the deep state. They're still. Oh, to be honest, I don't know. See Camo Rose's latest bids on Real Stars. Amazing. Yeah? Coronavirus does not live in an elevated temperature. Well, we shouldn't have any in Australia. Oh, goodness. That's just me. I'm getting hot flushes, guys, so I'm always hot. Always sweating. It's horrible. And you know what I just found out? You're not going to believe this. Again, by accident, I had a reaction to deodorant, okay? So I put Savlon on under my armpits. And I didn't put deodorant on. And Savlon works. How is that possible? Hot flushes of frequency. I think I'm going through menopause. But I believe you. I believe they could turn it up and make it worse than it is. I really, because I used to live up the mountains where there was none of these, not many towers compared to what's down here. And I don't think I was getting as many hot flashes as I'm getting now. Hot flushes, whatever they call them. I've been going through it for 5 years. But yeah, I reckon they could use the frequencies to like make you get more hot flushes. Okay. Aliens are fictional things made up by the Freemasons and the US government. That's what I think. To make money in Hollywood, yep. Or do you think they're not they might be to cover up things like, is it chimeras or chimeras? I think it's pronounced chimeras, but it's spelled CH, chimeras. Because I was watching something, I can't remember who it was. I was watching another video that was saying that they experimented on children in one country, and that they experimented on them so badly that they looked like aliens, like what we think aliens are. So, antibacterial, yeah, antibacterial. That's what the Savlon did, and there's no smell. I'm amazed. So I might just buy Savlon instead of deodorant and start using that instead. This is according to the immunity of every person. Okay, yep. Of being not living in an elevated temperature. Okay, yep. Well, my immunity is pretty low, so that's why I have to take 3 vitamin C a day not to get the flu in winter. Okay, Chimera, yeah. Russian vids have made several videos about it. Have they? BO is bacteria. Yeah, that's what I thought. After trying it. I was thinking that, yeah, well, it is bacteria, so the Savlon would probably work. Do not put alcohol under your armpits to get rid of bacteria. Don't do it. Because I get rashes off deodorants, so I'm allergic to you wouldn't believe what I'm allergic to. I'm down to one laundry powder or liquid, whatever you want to call it, one brand. I was on one brand of down to one brand of deodorant. After trying them all, I'm allergic to them all. I was on Mitchum, and that was really good until they moved production to South Africa, or I think, yeah, South Africa. And I'm sure they changed the ingredients, and now I'm allergic to it, and it doesn't work anymore. So some people have weak immunity, may not die, and some people have weak immunity that can die. Fair enough. Have you heard anything about what's going on with CERN? No, the last I heard, but this was years ago, the last I heard they got it up and running and it broke or something. Something went wrong. David, would hydrogen peroxide under the armpits work? Would it burn or sting? I think that would sting. I would get a cream, an antibacterial cream, rather than like, I wouldn't use alcohol, and probably, see, I don't know hydrogen peroxide very well. I know they used to use it, our parents and grandparents used to use it for everything. But I'm not sure if you'd have to try a little bit in a tiny spot and see if it would sting. Try to get aluminium-free deodorant. I have. I'm still allergic to it. I really, I've tried it before, the aluminium-free. I've tried a couple of brands of that. I'm allergic to every one of them. And I don't know why. It just happened all of a sudden. That's why I think my stomach's playing. I think I'm allergic to some of the food I'm eating. But I think GMOs have a lot to do with it too, because I've mainly eaten vegetables all my life, and somehow I'm sick. Severe stomach issues, and I don't know why, because I eat really, really well, unless it's GMOs. Have you tried crystal salt crystal deodorant? Is that the one you have to wet before you put it on? It comes in a stick. If so, I have tried it. Deodorant. Nothing worse than being around smelly people. Yeah, well, I don't like to smell at all. So, and I'm telling you right now, I can smell pretty bad, like a guy. Like, I'm not, no offense to the men, but I can smell bad from BO if I don't put anything on. But the Savlon, so even with the deodorants that I've been wearing, sometimes I have still noticed that it's wearing off after a time when it's supposed to work for 24 or 48 hours. It's supposed to, but no. So, yeah, I have noticed that never put peroxide on your face. Your face will not be. Yeah, you might get a skin peel or something from that. I don't know. But yeah, I don't like to stink, so, and I can if I'm not careful. So, the Savlon, the antiseptic cream, you probably have to use 2 or 3 times a day. What else can I say? Coronavirus needs cleanliness because water eliminates it. Oh. Coronavirus needs cleanliness. Oh, yep. Yeah, keep your hands clean. Wash your hands, keep yourself clean. A naturopath can test you for what you're allergic to. Yeah, I'm hoping to go and see a naturopath. The doctors did an allergy test, and not skin allergies, only for food allergies, and they're useless. Sorry. Sorry, I can't imagine you smelling as bad as a man, underarms only. Yeah, it's only the underarms that smell bad if I don't put deodorant on at all. So something going on in my body where the chemistry's not right. I know that. I think the antibacterial cream would be best. In principle, it would be better than aluminium. Yet The aluminium stops sweat, but the antibacterial is for scent. Yeah. Yeah, well, it stopped everything. Like, it stopped the smell, and it didn't stop me from sweating, but just the smell. So I'd say you're right that it is definitely the bacteria that is. Besides, I was told as a child, girls, women are made of sugar and spice and everything nice. Yeah, I was brought up on that too. I think a lot of that, well, that one puts men down too. What do they call it? How does it go? Boys are made of. It was not nice anyway to boys. You don't have to use Savlon frequently until the bacteria are gone. It will lessen after a week. Oh, cool. I'll keep going with that. Big time skin peeler and blister, forget acne. Oh, with the hydrogen peroxide, you mean? I think you have corona. Yeah, I'm coughing. Oh my God, they're going to take me away. No. Try antibacterial cream with some lemon essential oil. Oh, okay. Oh my God, your face. Say you have. I must go to the doctor. No, I'm staying away from them. Could be from the chemtrails. Yes. Well, I believe a lot of stuff is from chemtrails too. Do I like alcohol? I don't drink. No. I am probably the only Irish person on this planet who cannot drink. I can't drink. It makes me violently ill. Snakes and snails and puppy dogs' tails. That's it. No drink ever. No, I don't drink. I can't drink. Menopause can stuff you around, hormones, all sorts. Yes, definitely. Definitely. Yes, I'll stick on the Savlon and keep going with that, and I'll report back to you anyway, see how it goes. Because deodorant, like, I've got 20 different deodorants sitting in my cupboard I can't use. And they've been used, so you can't even, like, some of them are roll-on, some of the sticks, so you can't give them away to someone, it's just very unhygienic. The sprays you can, because you don't put them anywhere near your armpits, but yeah. And with having hot flushes, they make you sweat a lot more, so you're more likely to stink. It's like you're doing physical activity all day long. So about the aliens conspiracy, look up Phil Schneider. I've heard of him. I wonder if I've seen something of his before. I'm not sure. They're spraying black mold in the chemtrails, have Epsom salts baths, 1 cup bicarb, 1 cup, and a dash of vinegar and 1 cup peroxide. Okay. I also heard they were spraying red blood cells and viruses through the chemtrails. Ha ha ha! Viruses through the chemtrails. Oh. Who knows? Honestly, look, at least this is waking people up to the fact that they make viruses in labs. About the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation and what they want to do. And maybe a little less trust in governments and a lot less trust in globalisms. Globalisms. I was reading and talking at the same time. Red blood cells, yes. Virus carriers and vax, yep. And it's funny because I was hearing the other day, every time there's been an outbreak of something like Ebola or Zika or something, with normal people, as soon as they bring out the vax, the hype and the scare goes away because they think there's a treatment for it. So all the fear goes. So that was something interesting. Geez, they're out to get us, black mold. Yep. And you know what? I know people who've died of lung cancer who didn't smoke. How did they die of lung cancer? That made me think chemtrails straight away. And maybe they're blaming smoking for lung cancer because they seem to blame a lot of things on smoking. If I go to the doctor, once they find out I smoke, it's like, no help. So I don't bother. Non-ho and Cora Pregiuto. Is that in Italian? I can't understand it. Non-ho ancora creduto alla storia corona. I hope I said that right. I'm dosing high vitamin C. I'll have to clean mold today. Get rid of mold. The last thing Abbott signed into law was biotesting on Australia. They wanted to test airborne flu vaccines. I heard that too. What part of Australia am I from? I'm in Sydney. Around the outskirts of Sydney. Sort of west. Dag the Wog. Bill and Melinda Gates isn't it something how these once they become rich people get these stupid self-righteous ideas? Yes, exactly. Well, he did a speech saying that if he does really well with vaccines, they can reduce the population. And it was like, oh, mate, guys. Smoking stops us absorbing their garbage. Nicotine is a natural pesticide. It kills their parasites they want us to breathe. And that's interesting. Because the only time I have breathing problems is when I got the flu. Other than that, I smoke, and I smoke like a chimney. And fingers crossed, or whatever you want to touch wood or whatever, my breathing's still all right. Until I get the flu, then it's like, it's not that I can't breathe, I just cough a lot. Hey Eric, how you going? Good morning. Corona is an economic plan to take down Trump. Yep. Also will be used as a cause for fake deaths so those evil criminals can escape justice. Do not join the hysteria being promoted by the MSM. Exactly. That's what I can see happening all over with even truthers. Like, they're all falling for, who knows, because I could be wrong. But I don't think I am. I think I've looked at enough stuff, and I just think some truthers aren't remembering back to what they've read out on camera themselves, because if they did, maybe they wouldn't be as worried as they are. We have Mike Bloomberg, who's running for president. Oh no, he tried to outlaw big containers of soda in New York. Oh, that bloke is another billionaire. They're all billionaires. It's not their idea, they're given a task. Yes. Yep. Exactly. By the UN or whoever's running all this behind. I'm so sorry, I can't understand my solo and enormous media into total diffusion. Don't listen to me trying to read another language. Oh my god. I'm in Scotland, Fred. Oh, cool. I come from Ireland, and my name is actually Scottish, so I'm in the USA. I wish Aussie was next door. I know, I do too. I love the USA. And I love England as well, and I love Scotland, the Ireland, the beautiful, beautiful countrysides. I don't like cities either. I really don't like cities. I'd rather they should have spread it all out, guys. I think that's what makes people think that the world's overpopulated. If you live in suburbia or in a city, it's going to look like that. But you go out to the country and it's completely different. Oh, I'm so sorry. Maha, I'm so sorry, I can't understand. Does anybody speak? Is it Italian, doll? I don't know why it looks Italian to me, and then it doesn't. Chemicals in smoke aren't great. That's why it's good to grow your own. Yes, I'm pretty sure it's legal to grow tobacco, just not sell it. I actually thought it was illegal to even grow it here. I'll have to relook at that. Vaccines already exist for corona and common flu, just a plan to get taxpayers' dollars while their funds are limited and tracked. Exactly. That's what I think. Because was it the Democrats asked for money from Trump? I think it was Pelosi, wasn't it? And there were no sufferers of coronavirus at the time when she asked for it. Megan F. Bloomberg also wants to deny medical to old people. Oh, that's unfair. Jonathan Adams, George Soros, a Hungarian NWODS Trump hater. Yes. Megan F. Only a media war. Maha comment. Oh, okay. Great. Hi from the South Coast. Hi, Judith. How you going? Dag the Wog, Megan F. Exactly. He throws billions of money to causes and people to do his will, all he does. You don't speak English well. Oh, I'm so sorry. I wish I understood. I really do. It makes me want to go and learn all different languages because we are here from all over the world and we're all in this together. Bloomberg is also anti-Second Amendment. Yeah. I want us to get our rights back in that. It's your gun rights, isn't it? Don't give them up. Leah G. Dang, missed it. Not yet. We're still going. I haven't even finished with my notes yet on the coronavirus. Janie Bunn's weather report tonight, finally admitting Vic had colder than normal summer. About time. I speak Italian, French, Arabic, and Spanish. Wow. I would love to speak different languages. I know from school in German how to count from 1 to 10. And we learnt French a little bit, and I can't remember any of it, and I don't know why. They want $8.5 billion for CDC, which is headed by, that's what I was going to say, Rod Rosenstein's sister. Yes. Coronavirus is written on the back of the Lysol can. Yes, it is. Someone translate for me, please. I've got a jumper on. Oh, wow, have you really? Well, I've got my air conditioner on. It is cool outside, but because I've had to shut my windows and doors because my area is quite loud sometimes, and the lady next door loves to scream at her kids and swear, so I've had to shut all the windows and doors, and the house is really hot for some reason. Probably the 5G bloody modem sitting in the cupboard out there. So I've got the air conditioner on, because if I didn't, I'd be sitting here sweating to death. It's okay, Maha, have the translator out in English. Great! Here in summer, the temperature reached 50 degrees. Yeah, it does that in Australia too. Certain parts can hit 50. I think we had 48 where I am now in Sydney, just on the outer suburbs. We had 48 about a month or two ago. Love has won, Sanjeev. Hello. And at night it reaches 30. Yeah, it can stay up to 30 here, but we go over to, even 20 is too hot for me. And Leah G, my internet sucks. Well, I've got 5G, and it's not much better. Phew, that is hot. Yeah, it is, isn't it? I think Maha actually has hotter than, unless you're in northern Australia in like Cairns and Northern Territory and that, then it can stay quite high during the night. So now the temperature is 28 degrees. What did I do with my phone? Let me have a look. I'll tell you what it is here. Sorry, guys. Might as well share temperatures while we're here. Because I feel like it's like 30, but it's not. 20.1. See, 20 is still too hot for me. I've had to have the fire on for 2 days. Southern Victoria. Ridiculous for this time of year. Well, it's still summer, yeah. It's cool there in the south coast. Wow. God, it's been hot here, but Penrith's always hot. It is. Western suburbs of Sydney are always hot, so you got to put up with it. Okay, I've read that bit. Okay. Oh, you know the CDC and Rod Rosenstein's sister, Dr. Nancy Messonnier, I think her name is, I'm not sure. It is French, and I can't speak French. Oh, damn it. There were talks going on about cutting the funding to the CDC. And now Rod Rosenstein's sister, Dr. Nancy Messonnier, she works for the CDC, and she's just come out and said it was a pandemic. And the stock market reacted after she said that. So that was quite interesting. I heard that today. And if you don't listen to the X22 report, I would advise you to go and start listening to the X22 report. He's the most calm person with the best information, I think. Sanjeev, the stock market's going to free fall. Well, there is another economy that if the markets do crash too much and the economy goes tanks, there's another economy ready to take over. It's been backed by gold. The mornings in the south coast are cold. Our mornings have been cool, but it's still hot in the house. I don't know. Even when we've had the aircon on for most of the night, when we turn it off, for some reason, the house starts to heat up again. 5G is not for our internet. It's to have millimetre waves close for automation devices and data transfer. It's like the LED lights which run like smart meters. Yes, don't get smart meters or whatever you do. Where am I from? Maha, where are you from? Are you asking me? Australia. I'm in Australia. Leah G, same. Sanjeev, the stock market's going to free fall. And Sanjeev, watch the X22 report. They are really, really good with what's going on with financial and stock markets. Maha, 5G. I didn't say. Awesome to see you live, even though my internet cuts in and out. Oh, that's so good. My cameras are shocking, but it's a pretty old camera. But believe it or not, my laptop's newer than the camera, and the laptop camera is worse than this camera. So, okay, well, I missed something. Awesome, yeah, awesome to see you live. Till the whole financial system is replaced by the quantum financial system. I don't know. I'm not sure about that. I don't think it's going to be no, I think it's going to be backed by gold, but I don't know if it's going to be quantum financial system. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm not sure the internet even will be running after everything's all said and done. I got about halfway through it. W3RD and 4. Hey, how you going? Eric Bunch, this is what it's all about. Have blame Trump for the outbreak before election. Yep, that could. But Did anyone hear Trump say that it would die down by April? He didn't say it would be over. He just said it might die down by April. Am I live now? Yes, I am. Do you mean currency revaluation based on the gold reserves on each country? I'm not exactly sure how they're going to do it, but it will be backed by gold. Maybe if on the gold that your country has or owns or is supposed to own. Brain cancer diseases 5G. Yes, I've heard that, and it's funny that a lot of places that a lot of schools that have those towers right near them, and that's a lot of them. It seems to be brain cancer in children is exploding in numbers, and that is really, really sad. I believe JP Morgan is stacking the billion Oz of silver for the gold silver backed economy. Yes, it's going to be gold and silver. They are charging them now. If guilty, the US Treasury gets the silver to use for the new economy. Excellent. So you guys know too. Yes, I do watch X22. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure how it's going to work with every different country. But I'll tell you something. The New World Order by globalism is dying now. And we're going into a different New World Order for the people and by the people. So if that's a New World Order, I don't know, but it'll go to silver and gold. And don't underestimate silver either, because I believe that might do quite well in the end. Silver's pretty good metal. I think the for-profit system of healthcare in the USA purposely messed up to infect us. They could have. They very well could have. But I think there's more to worry about, again, from the vaccine. I think this is a problem, reaction, solution thing. I think they've put it out there so that, because, look, if funding has stopped for people, certain people, like Trump signed a bill, anyone trafficking in people or anything like that will have all their money taken away from them and funding will stop. And he is trying to defund the deep state and stop them from ripping the public off, because that's what they've been doing the whole time. So maybe they have decided to either release a virus or fake a virus so that people go and buy the vaccines, because the pharmaceutical companies also take the people's money, and they take government's money if they're subsidised as well, which they do in Australia by the pharmaceutical benefits scheme. So they'll get money from things like that. I think the temperature is high in Australia. Yeah, I think so. Certain points you may have higher temperatures than we have. Yep. All signs point to gold. Yes, they do. But I wouldn't underestimate silver either. Yes, it'll be a quantum system. The gold is only to store in treasury for gold-backed crypto. I've heard that too. Yeah, I'm not. I don't know. See, I don't know how it's going to go with what Trump and that they're trying to do, and I don't even know if the internet will survive after it. There's been a few things that have been said, and I've sort of gone, I don't know. Smart meters, that's another story. Stuff forced on the people, yes. The Bank of London has all of Australia's gold. Yeah, well, we don't have it. What do you think of QAnon? I like following it. And I like the message that it gives out, because that's where most of, if you're worried, you maybe should go and look at QAnon, because it would explain a lot of what's going on right now. And you probably wouldn't be worried for long. And they've said too much that has come true to be fake. I don't believe it is fake. I think someone in intelligence is doing that. And I think it is a good guy in intelligence, not bad. And I think it's a group of people doing it. And it's a lot of information. Look, all QAnon is, if for anyone who hasn't looked at it, they ask questions and they tell us things that we know about and some things that we don't. And so when they're asking us questions, it's getting us to look. And so all the public are looking, and you got the anons who are digging and looking for the information about the questions asked. So that we're all trying to. This is not just the team, the Q team. This is worldwide people doing this, and we're all digging into things and trying to figure out what's actually going on and what it all means. So. Okay, where's my pointer? Okay, I actually have to go back up through the comments. What time do you start live broadcast, Hev? I didn't really have a time. I started at 9 p.m. I think tonight, or just after 9 p.m. tonight. It's Friday. It's currently 10:10 p.m. in Sydney at night. So I don't know what that is where you are. But I was thinking of coming on again live in the morning, because that'll be Friday night for people who are overseas, in the Northern Hemisphere, I think. Am I right? I know in America it's nighttime when it's daytime here, and I know in the UK it's nighttime when it's daytime. There's certain hours that you guys are behind us. So I'm coming to you from the future, some of you. No, it's the same day, it's just a different date. Okay, where am I? So yeah, I might go live again in the morning it'll be 10 or 11 a.m. here, and I don't know what time that is over there. That's Australian Eastern Daylight Saving Time. That's a mouthful. But yeah, I'll probably start around 9 o'clock at night, 9 p.m. or 8:30 or 9 p.m. at night in Australia Eastern Standard Daylight Saving Time. Thoughts on the new legislation to give 5 years jail not to mention fines if you are suspected of having a contagion disease. I haven't heard that. But look, if that would go for a lot of like if you had AIDS and you didn't tell people, I agree with fines for that. If you know you've got a disease and you don't tell people that you're about to have relations with, or sharing things you shouldn't be sharing, or then yeah, but not for just being suspected of having a contagious disease. I don't know. I haven't heard that one. If you have a link for any of that, can you put it in the comments, even if we finish, and just come back and put it in the comments below, Lee? Trump closing down pedo rings around the world. That's what I think this is. I think this was a cover, because what better way to lock down the whole world so that these people can't escape? What better way to do it than say virus? Don't forget the largest Masonic family living in England. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I don't believe the lower level Masons know what the upper level Masons do or are doing, or the agenda they have. Because, okay, my grandfather was a Freemason, I found out. He's dead. He's been gone for a long time, since before I was born, I think. But I found out he was a Freemason, but he was the poor man in Ireland. He was a lower level, and I don't think, I don't know though. He was a Freemason though, but I don't agree with it. I don't think if it has to be secret, it's no good to me. Okay, I like openness and honesty and things like that. So that's the type of person I am. I don't like lying either. I hate lying to people, so I try not to. And I know the truth can hurt sometimes, so I'll try to say it in a nicer way, maybe if I have to say something that's truthful, but maybe someone won't like. Okay, if we don't self-isolate, forced vax, then hospital and jail. Well, I will self-isolate, all right. I would advise everybody, if you're told to stay in, I'd stay out of the way. Because if they're trying to take people down, you want to stay out of that way. Don't get involved. And do not go out in the streets and protest or heard people out in the streets fighting each other. Why? In lockdown areas too. Silver's much easier to get, started in, cheaper, more abundant. Eric, there's actually less silver in the world than gold. Project Looking Glass. Yes, I have looked at that, Sanjeev. I have. That's really interesting. Not sure some people would accept it, but that is really interesting. It's a way to look into the future, as if I'm right. And I watch McAllister, Linda Paris, McAllister TV, and True Reporting, and some of the things that Linda's been talking about lately, and Beyond the Headlines, where they both team up, True Reporting and McAllister TV, are really good shows. They're really, really interesting. If you want to go into weird and wonderful stuff, that's really good. And they started talking about missing people, missing 411, and they talk about chimeras, and the Looking Glass. They talk about Project Looking Glass, and they talk about not reptilian aliens, but I think McAllister TV talks about, you know how the famous people have black eyes at different times, even the Pope and all them? There's apparently a worm or a parasite that they put in their eye that takes over their body, that like takes over their body and their soul or something. And that was really interesting to listen to. I couldn't believe it over there. Okay. Where am I here in the comments? Smart meters made my ears ring, had to move into an old house. Really? Yeah, I think if they installed, I better look and see if I've got a smart meter. This is a new house, so it could be. I might go and have a look. Because I get ringing in the ear. Okay. I don't get ringing, not ringing, but it's a high-pitched white noise. You know, white noise, like the TV used to just go bzzz. It's like that. And it is a little bit higher pitched, but I hear it all the time. And I have for years. And I used to think it's just electricity and everything, you know, all the Wi-Fi and interference and stuff like that. So I have for a few years thought that it does. Tassie had snow. I love snow. I used to live up in the mountains where we used to get snow in winter. And we got this exactly. Where we go on, we go all. Because we do. Whatever happens in one country, the whole world tends to follow the rest of it, you know? Especially when the majors like the US or the UK or something like, if they do something, it seems that the rest of the world starts to follow. We're actually being distracted with all the BS because of maybe a polar shift that's happening, or it is because NSA noticed holes in the sun corona and something big is to come, catastrophic. I've heard it's something different than that. Something to do with the sun. Hey, the sun has a coronavirus. That's interesting, Jonathan, because if you know what's going on with the Schumann resonance And if you look at one of my past videos, oh God, it was like Sonic and it had Trump on the front. And I don't know if they're just putting him in there or if it's fake or what it is, but they were saying that there's a sun event coming that will change the Schumann resonance on the Earth, and that it's supposed to change us. And now I'm a little bit worried about that one. And they also said that if it didn't, that they would use 5G to do it. So, Protocols of the Golden Dawn. Go and watch that. I'm not sure if that's what's going on, but it was very interesting, especially when it came to the Schumann resonance, and you just made me think about it there with the sun. But I don't think it's going to be catastrophic, because they say apocalypse a lot. Apocalypse actually doesn't mean what we think it is. Apocalypse is the end of something, new beginning, and a lot of people take it as apocalypse means it's over. It's 5:05 a.m. over. Oh, wow. Wow. You're up early. Thanks for tuning in, eh? That's very, wow. So in 12 hours, it'll be 5 p.m. for you. So it'll be 10 in the morning. So 11 o'clock in the morning over here will probably be around your 6 a.m. there. The hidden supplies of gold. What did I read coast from? The hidden supplies of gold are extremely vast. Well, I don't know if you've seen the map of the gold in Australia. I've got a friend who lives out on property at Bathurst, and it's apparently gold out there, a lot of it. USA Central Time. Okay. I hate my internet. I'm going to have to watch again later. Okay, Dale. 5 a.m. in Texas. Wow. True, Eric. Oh, well, getting kicked out. Shift over. Commute time. Good luck all. Stay safe. Pray. Oh, see you, Eric. And a peace dove for Megan F. Oh, dark to light. That's right. People need to practice self-care and get off the healthcare system. Look, pharmaceuticals are, doctors are trained, their textbooks are written by the pharmaceutical industry or the PhDs that are picked by pharmaceutical industries to write the textbooks. So, look, if you have an arm or a leg chopped off or split or broken or something, yes, go to the doctor. But for everything else, I don't know. I don't trust doctors anymore. And that's mainly from my own experience, not just from what I've just said. It's because they have pretty much said to me, we don't know how to help you. There's nothing else we can do. And some days I feel like I'm dying. I feel like I'm in labour. It's the only way I can describe the pain. I can't move, and it's horrible. But yeah, and they said there's nothing they can do for me, so I don't have much faith in doctors at all. Project Glass explains the Simpson and all the predictive programming things they put out for us. Yes, it does actually. A great comment, Jonathan. Yeah. Trump the Time Traveler, also McAllister TV, great channel. She is. I really like her. I do. B3333333P. Was that a B? Say the final days challenge. They are hiding things in the sky. Oh, really? I'm going to have to start writing these down. These channels. What is it? The final days channel. Okay. And I'll have to go through the comments to find the other one too, because I didn't write it down before. Someone also recommended, a couple of people I think recommended. Also a computer virus called the coronavirus. Yes, I said that a few videos ago on medical supplies under the name Convid. Yes. con vid. It's a con. That's why I think they change. I don't know. When they change the name of things, it's like climate change. It went from global warming to climate change to extreme climate change or extreme weather or something. And did this stream freeze for everyone or just me? Oh, I hope it hasn't frozen. Am I back? Am I here? Planetary or magnetic flyby from another planetary system. I've been hearing that for years. It wasn't Planet X, was it? With its 5 other Planet X or Nibiru with its 5, is it moons or suns or... I can't remember. It was a long time ago I looked at Planet X. Not sure, because I'm just not sure, yeah. You never know, though. Final Days channel. I used to watch that. Has amazing stuff, yep. Gut microbiome is very important. Look into probiotics, etc. Our gut is our second brain. Yes, also breads will bloat. Most seeds have glyphosate and kill our good gut bacteria. Yes, I agree. Excuse me. Bread's horrible on my gut. Absolutely horrible. In fact, most carbs are really bad on my gut. I found. Not frozen. Oh, good. Mike Morales, great channel, Weather Warfare, covers the world. Yes, I'm actually subscribed to him. Planet X Nibiru was a throw-off. Okay. Thanks, Megan. Will do, Brat Boy. Correct. Very sus indeed. Logical Annie is another great channel. Okay. I'm writing that one down too. I think I've heard of her before, Logical Annie. I think I watched something on her. And Dr. John Bergman. Go and watch his channel on coronavirus. Exactly. Okay, Local Annie and Dr. John Bergman. Yes, I've listened to him a lot. Oh no, I got the coronavirus. I'm joking. I seriously don't think it is what we are being told it is anyway. Okay, back to my notes. I've just got a couple more things to say. Oh, yes. Yep, no mass vaccines, scare tactics from mainstream media sources. It's to cover up what's been going on, because there's bigger news going on as well. Also, I wish Dr. John Bergman was my doctor. I wish he was here. He might be able to help. I remember watching him when he was talking about the bovine, the stuff that you get from milk I can't remember what it's called. I don't want to call it, because there's a Clostridium bug, but it's not that. The colostrum from a cow is apparently very, very good for a lot of diseases, and it comes in tablet forms. At the time when I looked at how much it was like $500 for a bottle of 30 to 60 tablets. I wish he was my husband. He's quite funny, that man. He really is. Okay, if you colostrum, that's it. Hey, Black and White Boy, how are you going? Also, if anyone's been following Q, recently they said there was a trap set for mainstream media and they fell for it. Is that what this is? It could be. The coronavirus thing. But look, everyone's got good points here, and that's really good. Okay, so there's too many people awake now, and okay, what's going on other than coronavirus? Have you heard of all the CEOs that have been stepping down? Disney CEO stepped down. Eric Berg is another one. Oh, okay. Colostrum is the very first feed a mother gives after birth that has all the immunity in it. Exactly. And I think it has healing qualities for us as well. He called it something. He called it by a couple of letters or something. I can't remember what it was. I wrote it down. It was a couple of years ago. I looked at that too. Okay. Disney had a few pedos working for them. Did you know that? Some bloke named Oswald was on Twitter bragging about being a pedophile. And he used to do voiceovers for Disney movies. How many CEOs have stepped down? Because, my goodness, a lot of them have. Monsanto and Bayer's CEO has stepped down. Bayer's CEO. So Monsanto and Bayer joined, and the Bayer CEO has just stepped down. And I'm hoping, get rid of the GMOs. Get rid of them. Our CSIRO are experimenting with us by growing. Our wheat is now GMO. Most of the corn is, and there was a few others. Potatoes they were doing. Just watching my cat because he's right near my cup. They're turning everything into GMOs. Colostrum, yep. Basically a doctor with Berg in the name. Yeah, it must be a good name. It must make you a good doctor. Jeff Bezos went into his bunker in New Zealand, and all of a sudden New Zealand had a coronavirus report. Jeff Bezos is a puppet. He really, like Zuckerberg and whoever runs bloody YouTube. Puppets. Bloody puppets. The Pope's sick. And so was, is it the Iranian government or someone, the head? There's another high up sick as well. Okay. Another theory, which I did hear somewhere else today as well. Could the white hats have stepped in and played with this virus so that it only goes after them, the elite? That was just an interesting theory I heard today, and I had to sort of go, wow. Coinkydink. The Pope's sick, yes. I heard on our local radio tonight Disneyland has shut for 2 weeks indefinitely because of the virus. Mm-hmm. The Iranian arms minister died, did he? I'm sure there was a prime minister or a president of somewhere that was also sick. I can't remember. Watch the resignations anyway. The CEO of MasterCard also stepped down. And there's a silent war going on behind the scenes, guys. I don't know if you know, but yeah, some of you, whoever follows Q and Trump and that will know that there is a silent war going on. Hey, Sam. Hi, anyone seen the Bushfire Relief AFL game tonight? Wow, look at the two team symbols, overlay them. It's the Freemason sign, clear as day. Even has the internal ray of light in the middle. You're kidding. Black and White Boy, did that creepy website reply to your message? I didn't see the follow-up. Not yet. They had. Last time I checked, they hadn't approved my message, so it didn't go onto their website. I will be doing a follow-up to that on my other channel, which is just Hev123 without the Truth Seeker on it. So you can, if you want to hear more about that, that's Glam's Calling. If you want to hear more about that, you'll have to subscribe to Hev123 to hear about that one, because there is an update. And there's another update that I have to do a video for, which I'll probably do in the morning, which if you're in overseas in the Northern Hemisphere will be later on tonight. Hi, Sam. That Iranian dude seen sweating and wiping his face, apparently all put on. Okay. So they want, no, unbelievable. Couldn't believe it. Yeah, I can't believe that their symbols will be their undoing. And you reckon that Iranian dude was a put on? Wow, that's interesting. They're trying to convince people, are they? Oh, God, I got the coronavirus. No, I haven't. It could be my 5G, though. You never know. Sun's very quiet. In ancient times, it was connected to earthquakes, tsunamis, massive weather events, not to mention weather warfare. Yeah. I've never heard of it being used for weather warfare. Oh. But you're talking about the sun or? Yeah, the sun, yeah. Silent weapons for quiet wars, yeah. Trump making all the pedos step down. Yeah, exactly. I heard Tom Cruise and his crew are locked up in Milan quarantine after virus. Maybe locked up for pedos. Either that or human trafficking. Because that's what I think they're going after. And that's, you know how you could see footage of Chinese people getting taken out in the streets by the police? I think they how do we know they're not like, okay, like finders for kids, like they go and find kids and kidnap them for the traffickers. And it could be women as well as men because they're this has gone berserk with like men and women now, and I never would have thought a woman would ever do anything like that, but apparently they do. So I just can't fathom. I can't get my head around it. But what? Yeah. Absolutely a put on. It's all an act. It's a head cold. 1.5 million died of the flu in China in a year. You don't hear them reporting on that at the moment. I've heard that too. I heard even in America, anywhere from, where did I write that? 16,000 to 41,000 deaths from the flu every year just in the US alone. Have a blessed day, Mrs. Megan F. and everyone else. Oh, have a good day, Jonathan. I just thought of something. What if the virus is an excuse for the elites to exit the picture? Maybe for something bad, bunker out time. Well, that's why I thought the coronavirus was bought out, so they didn't have a chance to bunker down. The quarantines, I mean. Thanks, Jonathan. Yeah. Hubby finds me videos. One today was a Chinese billionaire adamant that the virus will take out millions. Yeah, see, I tend not to believe the billionaires. I don't know why. Maybe because they lie to us all the time. Okay, anyway, what this does, as I said before, this shows us globalism's not a good idea. This coronavirus is actually destroying globalism. Reliance on other countries is a really bad idea, as we are finding out. Also, yeah, the white hats, about the white hats doing it. Apparently, there are theories out there that the white hats got a hold of the virus, edited genes so that it only went after, you know how the elite are all like into bread and stuff? And they're like, come from a certain number of families? But it would just take out, it was aimed to take out them only. Looking forward to more lives with better internet. Oh, I hope so, Dal. Truth. Cool. So, yeah, that's all I had to say on that. I do think it's a white hat operation. And I think, look, if we are told to shut down, everything gets shut down, just stay at home. Just make sure you've got enough to do you, enough food, enough water, enough cigarettes. I have to remind myself. I don't know how I'm going to do that. I'm just going to have to give up. If they quarantine us, I'm just going to have to give up because I can't afford to go out, and our government taxes us through the nose for cigarettes. They're like, a pack of 25 is about $35, depending on which ones you buy, but that's around the middle It's ridiculous. And that's all got most of it's government tax, by the way. So we've been going for an hour and 34 minutes. That's pretty good, guys. 35. There you go. That's pretty good, guys. And it's been really interesting. I have loved interacting with you guys. I love hearing you guys talk. Reading reading your comments. Oh no, not again. Smokes are going up again. Dear God. They just bought out a Winfield Max. So there's like 32 in a packet and they're like 38 when the 25s are 35. So I've been buying them instead, and they're longer. They're longer cigarettes. And there's 32 in a packet. And look at our bloody cigarettes. Look what they put on the bloody, some gangrene foot. Australia did this. All the cigarettes are the same colour, all the packets, and they've all got these horrible pictures on them to try and prevent us from smoking, which I can tell you right now, it doesn't work. They're big. They're very long. Compared to a normal cigarette, that's a really long cigarette. Okay, how long is it? Most Winfield cigarettes are about that big. So there's 32 of them in a packet for $38. Anyway. And I'm about to go and have one. Thanks, Ted. It's been very interesting. Food for thought on many things. Yes, definitely. And it's past my bedtime. Definitely. I will hit the like and click on another channel. Yes. Thank you, Dal. I will be back in the morning with another live. Thanks, Heather, and everyone's been good. Oh, thank you. Thank you guys for listening to me. I really appreciate it because, honestly, when I started out doing this, I didn't think anyone was going to listen to me. I just thought, oh, I'll say it, but who wants to listen anyway? But people do, and it's nice. So, okay, guys, I will be back on in the morning with another live. I'll try and find a subject. If not, if you're watching this video later, put something in the comment. If you want something you want to talk about, give me ideas in the comments, and we can go from there if you like. Holding my breath, it's going to start cleaning the swamp, not just US, but AU are guilty. Exactly. All over the world it's guilty. That's why, and when you look at Italy being closed down, look at Italy, how many are there? Pope and the Vatican and yeah. And Australia and the UK and everywhere. So, okay, guys. Good to see you too, Penny. Yes, very interesting. Tune in tomorrow and we can, if you've got any subjects, put them down in the comments below. I'll catch up with you tomorrow, guys. Have a good one. Thank you for listening. Okay, bye, guys.